Yo, what is going on, my people of YouTube? Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Hector. I have an at-home print shop. Today's video, I just wanted to share with you guys my frustrations that I've had for the last 4 months with my vinyl plotter. So if you don't already know, I have a Graphtec CE8000 and it cuts vinyl decals like butter, right? But I mainly got this so that it could replace my old vinyl plotter as well as do perf cuts for me. Now the perf cutting has been a bumpy road for me, guys. There's not too many videos on this machine in particular, and there's not too many videos that will cover what I'm about to discuss with you guys. If you guys see a mess, I'm sorry. Forgive me, I have not cleaned. I need to throw a bunch of trash out and reorganize, so don't mind the mess. But I wanted to share with you guys what has been driving me crazy these last 4 months. So like I said, this is 4 months of frustration for me. So every month I just kept saying, all right, this machine, I either sell it or I get something better. I feel so dumb, guys. Last night, my Roland BN28 finally stopped perf cutting the way it should. I changed the cutting strip, but then I was telling myself, I'm gonna be running through cutting strips if I'm constantly getting these jobs and I'm constantly having to replace cutting strips. It's gonna be real annoying because it's gonna mess with the results every time after a while. So I was like, I need to give this vinyl plotter another chance. Guys, I'd come in here and instead of working on my orders, I'd spend 4 or 5 hours trying to figure that thing out. And then finally, when I thought that I figured it out, those days, I would go to sleep, like I'd have it dialed in. I never did a large batch of printed stuff because I was wasting so much ink and everything that, for that night, if I had a successful night dialing it in, the offset was perfect. I come in the next day and everything is just cutting off again. It looks like my x-axis is lower and it's always the x-axis for me. So I was like, look, if my offset is perfect and I'm dialing it in, why is it doing this? So I just kept overthinking it. It's one of those things where like you just start thinking about it all day, like what could be the issue? Is it program? Is it the machine? Is it user error? And come to find out, it was user error. And no one talks about this. I wasn't getting an error or nothing. Like I was just having failure after failure after failure. I went through so much ink. I went through so much material. At first I thought it was, maybe because it's laminated and unlaminated material cuts differently and it moves in slower. That was one of my initial thoughts. So like I started laminating everything and printing everything. And like I said, I would have good results and then either later on in the day, turn the machine back on. I thought maybe the memory was off or something, but it didn't make sense because the conditions were saving. I was running condition 3 in program and I had condition 3 tool 3 set here. So it was either gonna be software related or, butter related. There's no way that it could have been user related, right? I live in Cali, guys. Cali weather has been hot lately. I know that if you live in Arizona or Texas, you probably are like, nah, Cali weather's nothing, but it's hot out here. If you catch me sweating, it's because this room is not insulated, so it gets very hot in the summer, and it's very hard for me to make videos in the day, especially because I have the lights on, and then the AC's on, but it's not really doing nothing for me. But anyway, let's get back to the video. So, one day I had it dialed in. That same night, I ran another job, and it was off again. So I was like, bro, what is going on? Like, I don't get it. You guys want to see what the issue was? Let me show you what the issue was. You see these lights right here? Yeah, these lights right here, these nice pretty ones. Those lights right there, right? Let's turn those off. That was the issue. So the normal room light was fine, right? I am so used to running my BN28 that I never thought that lighting would be an issue, right? You would imagine that you would get an error code if something was wrong. At least I thought that's how, machines worked. But apparently, this lighting combined with the Graphtec, combined with the lighting that's over there, was only crippling me. All this time, I had to just turn off lights. So now whenever I go, load my material, read the registration marks with that light off, wow, now I get perfect cuts, guys. And I don't even know how to feel about that because 4 months, and I kid you not, I was losing sleep over this. There was days where I'd be in the car with my wife and kids, and I'd just be telling my wife what's going on? What is it? I have a printer, and I have a perf cutting machine, and there's no way that Graphtec has a bad cutter, right? There's no way. Why? Graphtec is a Graphtec, right? And I was bashing the machine the whole time, and in reality, it was lighting issues. And I wouldn't even say it's user error because, like I said, I should have been getting a warning, and I was getting 0 warnings. This thing, I thought this thing was a piece of junk. We figured it out, guys. If you're having offset issues, look into your lighting first, and then look up registration mark, sensor offset adjustment, and you'll find the sheet with the crosshairs on it, and then you can print 2 on the BN28, and then go in your offset adjustment and run a few tests until you get it perfect, until it's not too high or too low, and that'll fix it. If you have the Graphtec CE8000 and you're having the same issue as me, it's most likely a lighting issue. You're not gonna get an error because I did it. That's pretty much it. It was just a small rant. I just wanted to let you guys know how this machine has been driving me nuts. Losing sleep, thinking about it all day. It just felt unhealthy at one point, and I just felt like it took too much of my time for it to just be something as simple as lighting. But that's a little story on, one of the struggles that I've had lately. If you have any ideas on what you want to see from me, feel free to drop it in the comments below. But anyways, that's it for today's video, and I thank you guys for watching, and have a blessed day. Have a blessed week, actually. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Later.